Hey, I'm coming at you today with 4 essentials for fashion over 40. And I do realize that that is quite a bit of alliteration. So sorry about that. But I was looking through YouTube for some video inspiration. And I always do it in an incognito browser because my algorithm knows me all too well. So incognito is when I'm just like any other random person. It's not me specifically looking, it's just any rando. And I searched up how to dress in your 40s and style for women over 40, fashion for women in your 40s, that kind of thing. And the results that I was getting were really starting to irritate me. So I decided to make this video. Page after page after page, I was scrolling through, and there were all of these rules for women telling us how to dress, what not to wear, how to look younger, how to look thinner, this season's must have new outfits, all those kinds of things. And it really just struck a nerve. Like, when did there become so many rules for fashion? To me, fashion has always been just wearing things and a style that makes you feel good. And I was just not seeing that. So it really did hit me again of the importance of what I teach and my mission. I'm all about helping women over 40 because that's where I'm at. Create their own personal style. And in doing that, they reconnect with themselves and rediscover themselves in some ways. So less about this is what you must wear and more about the feeling, the vibe. Um, Women in their 40s are special because we've lived a lot. We have a lot of wisdom, and we're, I think, way too smart to fall into that trap of style rules anymore. So, don't get me wrong, there are some like basic principles, like the physics of fashion, if you will, proportions and colors and that sort of thing. So I guess you could call those rules, but not the same kind of rules like you must have this bag to be in style this season. That just does not fly with me. So, in light of that, I created 4 essential things that you need, and they are not physical things. So, they are awareness, enlightenment, embracing your awesomeness or your uniqueness, if you will, if you like made up words like I do, and experiment. And after I wrote those out, I looked at them and I realized they're an acronym, and I love acronyms. So IE, if you will, AEEE. So it's easy to remember, but these are the fashion rules that I think are important. So if you're going to follow a rule, follow this rule. Awareness, the first step, first rule, whatever you want to call it. This is basically just seeing and realizing that the beauty and fashion industry is basically in it to make a profit. And they don't really particularly care about us as women, us as people. Um, they just need to sell stuff. And I think that over time they have realized that one of the easiest ways is to prey on our insecurities. If they somehow make us seem like we are less than, that we're not fitting in, we're not good enough, if we don't have this certain thing, we start to question ourselves. And then they present us with the solution, which is buy this thing, and all your problems will be solved. And that's just not the case because confidence and self-worth and all of that stuff is an inside job. It is not based on this season's it handbag or these must-have shoes or these viral pants. It is not that, but they don't make money off of that. So I just want you to realize and be aware that they're just trying to sell us stuff, right? But we're smarter than that. We're in our 40s. We've learned a lot and we don't have to fall prey to that. So just being aware That's kind of the first step to making a change and starting to feel more confident in your fashion is knowing that you're not a better person because you buy this specific thing. So that one's pretty important. The second on the list, enlightenment. And that is just realizing that fashion is style. It's less about the specific pieces that you wear and more about your your attitude, your vibe, the way that you mix and match things and put them together, put your own spin on things. You have the power to create a very fashionable, very stylish outfit just simply by putting your own spin onto things. So that one's pretty important. Um, the third essential would be embracing your awesomeness or embracing your uniqueness. I love that word. Um, and that's just, it's going to set you free. Realize that you are a woman who has survived 4+ decades. You've learned some stuff. You're getting to know yourself. You've figured out some things that you like, that you don't like, what works for you. And that knowledge is very, very powerful. You can kind of treat it like an armor in some ways, not in a bad way, like blocking people out, but just I don't know, an armor that protects you from all of those outside forces that try to tell you you must do this to be happy, to look good, that sort of thing. It's just not the case. Oh, and the fourth key essential piece is to experiment. So that's the last E. Have fun with your clothes, have fun with your style. Don't be afraid to try something different. You can either change it before you leave the house if you're kind of unsure, or test it out. Go out and about, see how you feel in it. If it's not really expressing your vibe or it's uncomfortable or whatever, you can change it next time. So use every opportunity just to learn from it. Debrief, if you will, after you wear an outfit. See what you liked, see what you didn't like. Try different things, things that you wouldn't normally put together. Just see how you like them. It might be that you despise a certain shirt all by itself, but when you layer it with something, you just absolutely love it. You just never know until you try. So don't be afraid to experiment because I don't believe that there are hard and fast rules that you must follow to look good and to feel good in your clothes. That's just simply not a thing. So don't get sucked into thinking that there's only certain things that you can do with fashion and with style that you will just be a horribly terrible looking person if you don't follow these rules because that is just simply not true. That's it for my four essentials for fashion over 40: awareness, enlightenment, embracing your uniqueness, and experimenting. Um, like and subscribe if you're digging this kind of stuff, and grab my freebie. I'll put the link down below if you haven't already, and get on my email list and stay in the loop and all that good stuff. But thanks for watching.